Hi, hope you're having a great 2024 and not so for the royal family in London, England. Now we hear that Fergie, uh, Beatrice and Eugenie's mother, after undergoing a mastectomy for what the newspapers report as early breast cancer, she's recovering. Now, some of the tissue that was taken out during her surgery was shown to be malignant melanoma. Melanoma, usually seen as a mole, and it's about the size of an eraser head, and it usually is more frequently found on people who are very fair skinned, like Fergie, and would also, Harry would be a um, suspect for this particular problem because of his very fair skin and his red hair. So, exposure to the sun is often a major culprit in causing this to get aggravated and start growing. It's usually seen as something that's asymmetrical, so it's not the same on both sides. It's darker in color and it's spotty, so it's not one uniform color. Like I said, it's about the size of an eraser head often when seen. It may have some bleeding. Um, and you have to diagnose it by biopsy. It has to be taken out, and seen under a pathology microscope for a diagnosis. Um, if it is malignant, meaning that it's going to other body parts, well, that's extremely almost impossible to cure. It requires future surgeries, and it usually does not, as I said, it cannot be cured. So it is a terminal problem. So sorry, so sorry. I know what this news must be very hard for Fergie, and our prayers, everyone is with her in support. Um, what can you say? And then, of course, we have the other royals who are all having a bad January or a good January. It's good to get things diagnosed if you have something. So then we have Kate, who went off for a mysterious scheduled abdominal surgery. And of course, we know Kate is very slim. She has some of the signs of bulimia or anorexia. She's extremely thin, very small waist, thin legs, and so we don't know what the abdominal surgery is or was. She's already had the surgery and she's in recovery. But it could be anything. It could be gallbladder because of her dieting. So she might have had to have her gallbladder taken out, or she might have, if she's undergoing some sort of gastric stapling, gastric reduction surgery to keep her weight down. She may be having side effects from that if she did have the surgery. And this is similar to what Elvis Presley's daughter, Lisa, she died because she did have stomach stapling surgery. She had a strangulation of her bowel, and she did not go to have that strangulation of her bowel because of adhesions formed after the surgery. So her bowel tissue was dying, and it eventually caused her death. So she could have lived had she gone to have surgery, had the adhesions opened up, gotten rid of the strangulated bowel and other affected tissue, and she would have been okay, but she didn't go to see her doctor. So I'm not saying that Kate has had GI reduction surgery, but certainly it looks suspicious. She's a mother of 3, and she is extremely, extremely thin. So what other things happened? Well, of course, there's appendix, but that's usually not talked about as a planned surgery. Once you get appendicitis, usually people go right in and get that little bugger taken out. The other things that could happen, she could have some problems with her uterus and ovaries, and that would also be described as abdominal. It's really a pelvic surgery, but they could have described it as an abdominal surgery for her to take care of her uterus, ovaries, or anything else that might be causing a problem. So we wish the best for Kate. We hope whatever surgery she had, that it is going well and that she's feeling great and doing well. Then, of course, Charles had his prostate taken care of. He had an enlarged prostate, and who knows what's going on there. He might have prostate cancer, but we don't know. That has not been diagnosed, but he is having some sort of surgery for the prostate. Now, if it is cancer, of course, they would do some sort of radiation to the prostate gland to get that cancer out of there, and we'll just have to see what the diagnosis is in the future for King Charles. Then I saw on the newsstands, they said that Camilla has breast cancer and she needs a mastectomy. I don't know whether they said she needed a one-sided mastectomy or a bilateral mastectomy, but certainly that is a problem. I haven't heard much about that. That was in one of the tabloids. I don't know if that story is even true, but Camilla, according to this particular tabloid, has breast cancer and needs mastectomy, 1 or 2 of them. So really sad time for the royal family, as far as everybody is going to be laid up in a hospital bed and needing pain medication and nursing care and lots of extra love, our prayers. We don't want to see anyone suffer. They're all nice people, and we'll just have to see how it goes. So what do you think? What's going on here? How come so many surgeries at the beginning of 2024? And I think the most serious one right now is going to be the Fergie situation. That is really, really sad. Let me see. This is the clinic where they say that Kate Middleton is having her surgery. And then this is Fergie. We certainly put her probably of all of these at the top of the list as the most serious. It could be that Camilla is the most serious with breast cancer at her age. So lots of things to pray and hope that the royal family can beat these things. We will certainly see some of the best medical technologies coming out as far as what's available to treat these problems, and maybe we can all learn a lot more about taking care of our health, protecting ourselves from the sunlight, and just taking better care of ourselves. So, what do you think? Please subscribe and give me a like. Bye.